Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with your host GBHL James.
And GBHL Jamie. And it's Battle Companies.
And we're coming towards the finale.
Yeah, it's the penultimate match for each of the teams.
Oh, so exciting!
So this time it's going to be Goblins.
They were pretty ruthless last time.
And they slaughtered the Hobbits last time.
That was awful.
The village folk.
That was awful. That was awful. So what's happened now?
So now the Goblins have got control of the village, and they're waiting for the dwarves to come back. But
the dwarves are too slow.
Dwarves are too slow. Well, the same speed as us. We just got faster, guys. They've been waylaid. They always got caught up with the merchant and they're dealing with him first. What has happened in the meantime is there's another band of ruffians has come in an attempt to take over the town because they've noticed easy pickings.
But they're not really easy pickings.
But it's not really. It's just the wild marauder stick, really.
So it'll be interesting to see, can the Giblin Goblin horde,
the Great Giblin's Goblins,
the Great Giblin's Goblins hold off these ruffians in time to set the trap for the dwarven band. We're going to show you the board and the forces now. And this is the gorgeous board that we're going to be playing on today. So as you can see, it is the village that the Giblin Goblins took over previous, and as such they got a bit of an advantage in this one. They could come onto the board up to 18 inches deploying, and you can see there some of the goblins, a couple back there. There are 5 objectives on here. It's just like domination.
Yeah.
Playing domination to see who can control the town. We've got another one over there under the watchtower. Nemad the Terrible lurks underneath. And then we've got this little river crossing here, and on those crossings, there are 3 crossings. On 2 of them, there are more objectives. So the band of ruffians who are coming in, they're coming in from this side, and they could only come on 12 inches. And they're all getting ready to try and assault the goblins. As they come over, we're going to roll for priority now. Ish. And we'll roll again, and it's priority to Giblin's Goblins. So Giblin's Goblins have moved up on this flank. They've gone towards the bridge, and at the same time the ruffians are already making their way towards and over the objective, while some go for the crossing in the middle. Nemad the Terrible and Burn the Warg are just before the crossing over there. In the meantime, we are going to go into a little bit of shooting. We've got the shooting of the goblins first.
Got Nemad.
Nemad the Terrible shooting
At the bowman.
At the bowman over there.
Needs 6s. Yep.
And he doesn't quite make it. So who do we get next?
That's it.
So they're out of range. So we've got the shooting of the ruffians next. So we have the 2 ruffian bowmen who are going to be shooting across at Nemad the Terrible. There will be a slight in the way. So to hit, they need 4s. 4s to hit.
No.
Both hit. Do they get past? We're going to say it's a 3+.
Yeah.
3+. They both get past. Okay, so the 6s to kill him.
Wasn't even worried.
Wow. And these guys here have moved their full distance there or thereabouts. So with that, this is how the board is looking with this battle companies. We're going to go into priority, and it's priority ruffians. So with the sun setting in the sky, the goblins have moved up towards the ruffians who are now in control of the bridge. That ruffian there, he is not drunk. He's just a metal model holding on for dear life. But as we look across here, these archers have stayed still, and these guys are just out of range of sneaky goblin bowman who is up in the watchtower. Burn the Warg has moved around that side to avoid both while more goblins have rushed up towards the bridge, but no side committing on this left flank. So we are going to go into some shooting. We have some shooting from Nemad. Where's my priority?
Yeah.
From these guys here and these guys here. They're all going to be shooting at Nemad the Terrible. So all 4 shots, there will be in the way. They need 4 pluses to hit, and we get 3 hits. So 3+ to get past, and all 3 get past. So some 6s would be nice at this point for the ruffian side, but not for Giblin. One goes off the table. Oh, and Namad the Terrible was never worried by bow fire. Namad the Terrible returns fire across at the two ruffian bowmen on the house.
Fives.
What does he get?
Ah.
And he doesn't get anything. And with that, we are going to roll for the next turn priority.
Yes.
And priority goes to the ruffian band. It's all kicking off on the bridge. The ruffians have charged down onto the goblins past this objective on the bridge. Will the goblins hold strong? Who knows? But some sneaky ruffians are coming around the flank on this side. In the meantime, Namad and Burn courageously have charged this bridge, and it appears that they're going to be shot at. There is some shooting. Nigbil is up there in the watchtowers, positioned himself to try and snipe one of these ruffians who comes around the flank, and of course Nilbin over there.
Nilbin.
That's the one. He's holding that objective. So we're going to start off with the ruffian shooting. They are going to shoot up at, you know, prioritise Burnham's a dwarf. Yeah. And then through onto Namad. Okay. Only remaining 6s. So they need 4s to hit. So they get 3 hits.
Do you want a time on Burn until you kill him?
Yeah, okay, so 5s, yeah. So 5. Nope. Nope. No!
Yes!
So Burn lives with the shooting, and with that, we're going to go into the goblin shooting. So Nick Bill is going to take a shot down.
So he's moved, so he needs 6s.
Oh. He hits.
These 5s.
Oh,
the poison. Oh.
Unlucky. And then Namad.
Here's 2 shots. Going to the east. No, the archers. The archers. I'm sorry, I moved the camera around. The archers.
So
6s. No.
And they don't get it. So this is how the board is looking. We're going to go into the next turn. Oh no, we're going to go into the combats. So we're going to go to the combat phase. It was my priority. So let's start off with who you're going to choose to support.
He's going that way. He's going that way. He's got 2 attacks anyway.
He's got 2 attacks anyway. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so we're going to do this one-on-one.
Yep.
In the middle first.
My 2 attacks.
Yep, your 2 attacks. Let's see what happens.
I've got lower fight, so I'll feint. I have 2.
He takes it on 6.
Wait till you roll the dice.
What? What? Swift parry?
Get a 1. Oh,
it's a 2. Anyway. And he's got a high fight value. So what does he need to wound?
5s.
5s to wound him?
No.
No. And that Giblin gets knocked back. So next up we've got...
It's Osh. It's Bosch.
Osh.
Osh.
Now it's 1 attack from the...
Guy, and 1 attack from him, yeah.
Yep, okay, so you've got 2.
My guy in front will feint.
So you're fainting.
Yep. We get a 6.
You get a 6. And he only gets a 2.
4s to wound. Green dice rolling 1s.
Let's see what happens. Oh, rolling 1.
Yeah.
Since he gets wounded now, he's got a fate point, hasn't he?
He does, yeah.
He's got a fate point, so he's got no...
He's got to become 1 weight.
Oh.
He's a standard lieutenant.
Wow, so he goes down. Let's take him away. No. What's the first casualty? So next up we've got the next Doug.
I guess the noun lieutenant maybe.
Yes, yes. So let's see. He's going to shield.
Shield. I'm going to feint with the guy in front.
You're fainting.
6.
You're 6. We also get a 6. So we actually take that on fight value. So those are the combats, and that is the board. So with that, we're going to go into the next turn. Priority. And it goes priority goblins. This is our battlefield. So Namad the Terrible has rushed across the bridge with Burn moving out to the side, who in turn has been counter-charged. So it'd be interesting to see what happens over here. The ruffian archers in the middle have taken a dash up through that middle point, perhaps going to help out some of their ruffian friends who are over here fighting out against the goblins. Goblins back here, still looking nice and safe, and Nick Bill is going to take a pot shot at this archer here. So he needs 5s.
Yep.
And he doesn't get it. So with that, we are going to go into
Namad shooting.
Namad shooting.
Going to shoot this guy.
He's going to shoot the archer.
And then this guy. Maybe 6s.
6s.
Yep.
And he doesn't get it. So we're going to go into the combats. So we're going to start off with a 2-on-1 here. We've got 2 goblins versus the 1 ruffian. So let's see what you get. A nice 6 there. And he only gets a 5, and he can't change that. So you need...
So Osh going first. 4s rolling 1s.
Nope.
The spearman gets him.
And he gets him, so wow.
Big deal.
Another ruffian goes down and goes to the dead field. So next up we've got, you can do the ruffian in the middle?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Versus the one Giblin who's got 2 attacks.
And get faint.
So you're fainting, you get 4 highest. And he only gets a 2. So again, you need 4s?
Yeah. Yes.
And wow, you slaughter him. So,
What's his name? Oh no.
oh no, that's Giblin. So the ruffians aren't faring too well over on this side of the board. So we'll have to see whether the ruffian sergeant can hold out against Giblin and the other spear support. So he's going to shield again. And let's see what he gets.
I'll be fainting.
He only gets a 4.
Oh,
You get a 6. So
guy in front, rerolling 1s. Nope.
nope,
Guy in the back, needing 5s. Nope.
nope.
He survives.
So that's how it's looking over on this flank, but let's see what's happening over here. So we have Namad the Terrible versus the single ruffian. I will shield.
You get 5.
Get 5 highest. Oh, and he only gets 4, so he's knocked down.
5s to wound.
And you should get this.
Yeah, he does.
And that's what happened when Namad charges in and wins the fight. So that sergeant, doesn't matter what fate he got, he gets stomped. But there is a chance for a little bit of retribution here from the 2 ruffians who have trapped Burnen against the river. So
Burn! Oh.
Burn, not Burnen. Let's see what happens. Oh, and they take it.
Am I trapped?
Sorry?
I'm trapped. I can go back onto the river. Let me take a swim test. Yeah, +1. Yeah, I'm fine.
Unbelievable.
I'll put it in die anyway.
Unbelievable. So 5s to kill him. And no. And we didn't do any special strikes or anything. So that is how the battlefield is looking at the moment. It's not looking good for the ruffians who are trying to take this town. I wonder if it'll look any better for the dwarves. We shall have to see. So let's go into priority. And it goes to the Goblins. So here's how it's looking after Goblin priority. Namad the Terrible charged in on the 2 ruffians who previously assailed Burn, who managed to get himself out of the river and charge in against one of the ruffian archers. He was countercharged by another. In the meantime, these goblins are heroically staying lying down.
The great Giblin.
The great Giblin, you know.
He's suffered at this river before.
He has, and that's how he ended up with that fate point. So we got Nick Bill up there, who'll probably be doing some shooting, and in the meantime, these 2 guys have rushed up. Goblins have got everywhere they wanted to get over on this flank as well. This ruffian flank has collapsed pretty quickly. So we are going to go into that shooting.
He's one shot the guy. I'll go this guy here.
Yep.
No.
No, and you don't get it.
Let's check the range on that. Being in the way for the bridge. 18 inches, no, he's just short.
So just short there. So with that, we are going to go into the combats, and it was your priority, so you get to pick.
Let's do Namad first.
So you've got Namad. I don't think they've got any kind of weapon to...
Go.
Oh, is that...
Yeah, it's a butcher's knife. The butcher's knife's for chopping, not for stabbing. So
okay.
I'd say it was a piercing strike if you
Let's
want.
piercing strike with it then. As well. Okay, what do you get?
A 6.
And you get a 6, so I need a 6 here. And we only get a 5, so they're knocked down and they are going to die.
The first guy, he dies. The second guy, he dies.
So both of these ruffians have gone down, and Namad is doing this.
Doing his job.
So we got the 2 against Burn the Warg now. So let's see what happens here.
Go Burn! Oh, he's rubbish.
And they take it on the 6. So they need 5s to kill him or wound him or whatever he's on. Oh, and they get a 6. So Burn goes down. He's not got any fate points or anything?
No.
Nope. Okay, so I would say evens things up a little bit, but not really. Okay, so we're going over here. Which one would you like to do first, Giblin?
We'll do your sergeant last. My sergeant against these 2.
Your sergeant against those 2. Okay, so they're just going to do what they do.
Sergeant's going to faint. Okay. Oh, you win. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe no. Yeah, you win.
So they're going to go in, and they need
5s.
5s? Nope. Wow. So next up, my sergeant.
Yeah.
And he's going to shield.
Yeah. And faints. And he gets a high.
He gets a 6 and he wins. And he holds out, which is quite important. Quite important. So this is our battlefield, and It's in favour of the Goblins at the moment, but you never know. Let's go for priority.
You get it.
And priority goes to the Ruffians.
They're broken.
And here's how it's looking after the Ruffian priority. So the Ruffians, they moved up one archer here just to lend a little bit of support while chucking the other guy up there, hunting down Nilbig, who is holding that objective. And in the meantime, I've chucked in against the Goblins, who are dominating their left flank over here. At the same time, Giblin has jumped out of hiding. Another Goblin going for the objective, while Neymad has charged up against the fleeing Ruffian archers over here. So with that in mind, we are going to go into shooting. There's one shot from Nick Bill, which is down onto the Ruffian here.
6s, he moved. Yep.
And that is it.
Neymad's 2 shots.
Oh, Neymad's 2 shots, shooting into each.
Yep, going at the far away guy first.
These 6s.
Oh.
1 hits.
Oh.
Unfortunately, not a poisoned arrow, so Neymad doesn't get it. I love it how we still insist on reroll just in case. So with that, we're going to go into the combats. It was Ruffian priority, so they're going to start off with their sergeant here. Yep. Well, we know where he is. Yep. Sergeant of shield.
I'll feint.
It's 3 highest. No good. So
my sergeant first. 5 rolling 1s.
Wow.
And the other guy, can he finish him off? Yeah.
And he does. So the sergeant of the Ruffians has gone down.
Could you just roll your fate though, see if the other guy gets an XP for wounded or not?
Oh, roll a fate point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus his fate, so they both get a point of XP. So with that, wow, really crumbling over on this side. We're going to go for the Ruffian who is lying down against the guy who's got the spear support now. So he's going to roll. What does he get? He gets a 6.
I can't beat that.
So can he kill you?
5s.
Gets a 6.
Yes, he's good.
And he takes down that Goblin. Wow.
All this happens when I'm away, isn't it?
All on camera. And next up, we've got the final one here. So can this Ruffian swing it and take the initiative away from the Giblin Goblins?
I'll feint.
You're fainting. No. You get a 1, so we take it. So what do we need to kill you?
5s.
5s to kill you. I thought I saw a 6. And that's how that's looking.
Yep, priority.
So we're going for priority. The Ruffians are now broken according to the Battle Company's rules. And priority goes to
the Ruffians.
The Ruffians.
Wait for the nearest enemy.
So they are broken. So they are courage 2. And they've got none of their sergeants or leaders on the board, so no stand fast. So we're going to start off with this guy. Does he stay? Nope, he's gone. This one here. He stays.
It's fine.
Next one on the bridge. He stays. And this one here on the bridge. No, he's gone. That's that one there. Oh, that's right. They just run, don't they? They don't disappear. Okay, so next up we've got this one here. Nope. He runs. And then this one here. He stays.
He's brave.
Brave but stupid. Wow. And they can't move anymore for the turn, can they? So we're going to go into the rest of the movement now. So Ruffians running around everywhere. We just pointed out that Nilbig jumped out and what did he do?
Boom.
Boom. And then went back in after scaring him away. But we do have a Goblin who's coming over, Goblin Prowler I believe, who's coming over to try and take out this guy as he flees. Neymad the Terrible has charged in against the Ruffian Bowman, who was unable, filled with fear, unable to charge against him. So with that in mind, we're going to go into shooting. They can't shoot when they've run away, can they? So
2 shots of the guy fleeing. Both hit. He lives though.
He lives, wow.
Throw him up in here. They're 5s, hits, 4s, he dies.
And he kills him, wow. So great shot from
Bingill.
Great shooting from Bingill. And wow. Now, Bowman over there, who was on the watchtower, he can't shoot because he moved down the ladder.
Yeah.
So we are going to go into combats and going to start off with Neymad the Terrible versus 1. What do you get in charge?
4.
Get 4 highest.
Oh!
This is where he goes down.
It's a 5 to wound.
So he needs a 5 to wound? 5 to wound.
No.
What's that all about? Oh, no, I want to win on. And next up we've got the Ruffian at the bottom of the bridge here. Ruffian at the bottom of the bridge. Just fighting normally, of course. You've got 3 dice.
Hello.
Hello, you alright?
Fainted.
Fainting.
Wins it.
Wins it, good stuff.
4s rolling 1s.
4s rolling 1s, wow, and you kill him, so he goes down.
Giblin.
So it's definitely coming towards the end here. And then finally, we've got the one more combat.
Yeah.
So we've got the 2 versus 1.
Yeah, I'm going to feint. You get 2 highest.
2 highest. And he takes it. So does he need less?
5s on each.
5s on each, so he'll go against the spear guy. No, he doesn't get it. Wow, so this is how it's looking at the moment. Game isn't over yet, but it's definitely swaying in the favour of the Goblins, so we're going to roll for priority. And priority goes to the Goblins. And here's how it's looking after Goblin movement. So Goblins have charged in on this ruffian here, this guy on the bridge, and Nilbig has come rushing out once again, maybe to try and say boo to this guy. As he takes a courage test.
He fails.
And he fails it, it's courage 2. So he has to move 6 inches away from the nearest opponent, is it?
Yeah.
Neymad has charged in again against this heroic ruffian archer. And Giblin holds the bridge over there. We must take courage test for this guy here. And he fails it. So he's off the board. Wow. So closing in on 25%. Will there be any shooting?
No.
Is your throwing weapon in range?
I was an inch out and you ran 6 away, so
no. And he stood still, so can he shoot?
You probably could actually.
Yeah. So he's going to have a pop shot. Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, he's in. 5s?
No. Okay, so we're going to go straight into the combats. We're going to start off with which one?
My sergeant there.
Your sergeant. Okay, so you got 3.
We get a 3 higher.
3 higher. It's not great.
Just 1 dice for you, man.
Oh, I don't know why I did that. So
either one's higher.
Yeah.
Re-roll it for swift parry. Yeah, it worked. Yeah. Falls with him. Yeah, he kills him.
And he kills him. Wow. So he goes down. And finally, we've got the ruffian on the bridge here against the 2 goblins. Let's see what happens.
One's fainting. 4.
4 highest. Oh, and they get a 2 again.
Guy in front, Osh. No. Guy behind. Yes.
Yes, and he kills him.
Page. Sam Page.
Page. Oh, so we've got another one who's named after someone. So finally, to take the ruffians off the board, because the game will end at the end of this turn, we've got Neymad who charged in. So this is where the ruffians get their crowning glory. This is where
they get a wound. You get a 6.
You get a 6. You get a 6 as well. Oh no.
So close.
So he's knocked down.
Smushed.
And he dies. And with that, the Giblin Goblins take the game.
So it is the end of the game, and all my heroes earned enough XP to advance. And Sergeant Giblin, who did so well on the bridge, actually advanced twice.
Wow.
So, rolling on the hero advancement table, if I can bring it back up to myself. So we've got Giblin first. 6/4. He'll gain an extra attack to take him up to.
Is he on 3 attacks then?
That's it. He's on 3 attacks now.
Wow.
Wow. His second upgrade, a 5, is another special rule, so I need to go to another chart for that. I'll take a fighting special rule. What do I get? 5. Heroic presence. This hero may fight a heroic combat without expending might to do so.
Oh my days.
Oh my days. He's a mini Aragorn.
Oh my days. So he's a mini Rumil and a mini Gothmog.
Essentially, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Heroic combat.
What's this all about? And then who do we have next to upgrade?
Next we've got the great Giblin himself. He gets a 2.
That means he dies, doesn't it?
Yeah, you wish. He will gain a defense increase.
Okay.
So he's going for defense 6.
To defense 6, Giblin. And then finally, you've got...
And then I've got Nilbig as the
Nilbig.
final person. He gets a 2, so he will take... He's already strength 4. Strength 5. Well, you can only go up once, so... Defense 6 for him as well.
Wow, so that's all the upgrades, so we're going to come back and go around the campfire and discuss that.
We need to do the deaths.
Oh, the deaths! Well, the most important part, for me...
For Burn...
Dies!
Misses next game, so he's not in the final game.
Wow, he's not in the final game.
And Ginbil
As good as dead.
is dead as well.
He's dead! Wow, so it's very interesting. We've got a lot to discuss around the campfire with that, haven't we?
I've got my 4 gold. I need to do my recruitment roll.
Yes, you do.
Come on, 6. A 2. Oh, I think that's like a spearman with spear or something.
Spearman with spear.
Yeah, spearman with spear. rather than something else. Oh, I'm searching. Still searching. Misty Mountains at 2 is a War Marauder. No, it's a Goblin with Spear.
Yeah, you weren't fooling anyone there.
No.
So wow, we're going to go around the campfire and we're going to discuss, because it's interesting, some really good upgrades, but to lose those two for the final game, it'll be interesting to see whether that's going to
got a point of gold.
1 point of gold. What can you spend it on?
I can boost the roll up to have a Goblin with shield instead.
Of a spear.
No, I'll take a Spearman. I'll take a Spearman.
Okie doke, so we're going to go around the campfire now, at last. It's the campfire.
Ooh.
Lots to discuss.
Yeah, that was a good turnout for Goblins.
It was quite good fun.
Yeah.
Ended up, I mean, I actually thought, from looking at it, I thought,
I was really worried to begin with.
yeah.
I thought you're shooting, your numbers on here.
I thought had the numbers on the bridge on the right flank, and I thought my little clever tic tac coming round. I thought that was going to be good, but you chopped through them
that
quick.
One turn, wasn't it? There was the captain, I think, well, your lieutenant dying in one.
Very, very, very not very good. Hoping to take that flank and then sort of pour around your objectives at the back and
take out the ones guarding.
That's right, and then obviously you'd have to split what you were doing over there, and then they could move up.
I think just the War Marauder.
Neymad absolutely smashed it, didn't he?
I mean, if he could gain XP, I'd be so happy, but he can't.
Yes, which is a good thing. It's a good thing for the balance of this game. So that's their final one before they go on to meet the dwarves.
Yes.
So what's really interesting is they have lost 2 characters for that final matchup.
But they gained 1 back, so they've lost one of their fast movement.
That's one of their fast movements, which it could be key, but they've got some decent upgrades. You've got an absolute beast now.
Yeah, I've got my 3 attack Nilbig with swift parry and 3 heroic combats.
Unbelievable.
What on earth?
Unbelievable. So it'll be really interesting to see how the final matchup goes, but before that happens, we need to see what happens to the Dwarven band and whether they can continue to progress before they go into the final matchup. Ooh. Looking forward to seeing that, guys, so make sure you tune in next week for another week's edition of Battle Companies. Make sure, as always, to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Support your hobby and follow us on Twitter.
And happy strategy battle gaming.